I've been working with John prior to August. It goes back several, I want to say, gosh, we're probably approaching a year. I'm really nowhere. His last comment to me, he said, you know, he's asked me back and forth for the deeds. I got them from the county, from an attorney, what they had access to, and he kept saying, I need the meets and bounds, I need the meets and bounds. Not all deeds have meets and bounds. They make references to the maps that were used when the development was built, and that's what is referenced even on my latest survey, because I wanted to put up a fence. And then we found out again that the property line was like a 45-degree cut through my property, even though my neighbor and the current owner of the house back then had it perpendicular for whatever reason. So the two goals we were trying to do is take that property line and straighten it out and make it perpendicular between. We both agreed to the location. I'm going to be talking to her again about it. And the other thing that popped up when I had
her being your neighbor.
my neighbor Mary Beth, yes. Then the second issue that popped up was this right-of-way. So in all the survey stuff, I went up to the county, I printed out my deeds, Mary Beth's deeds, previous owner deeds for 3 houses on that side of the street. It all indicates and says, in legal terms, basically that we own to the center of the road. But for some reason, when a survey was done, someone put in a right-of-way, which at this point doesn't follow the current road and runs about a quarter of my front lawn, nips the front house or about an inch off Mary Beth's house, and then runs directly through my daughter's house. And what we're asking for is just to get that right-of-way and get the pins moved, so our property line is just like everybody else's, 25 feet on both sides. So I gave John again the email when I went to the county on whatever day it was, Monday or Tuesday. I emailed him the whole package. When he got it, he's telling me now that the attorney doesn't feel it's her responsibility. So the first thing, didn't think about it then, but I'm thinking about it last night, and when I wanted to ask you guys today, if this is the normal village attorney, I think we need to be giving it to the ZBA attorney, so that person understands zoning. For her to sit there and say she's not interested in doing this, it's not her responsibility, to me is, you know, derelict of duty. You know, it's a village road, it's village property, it's our village right-of-way.
Well, if you're mentioning a she, that's the planning board.
I'm not sure who he gave it to, so I just remember.
So it would have to be given to the village attorney, Will Frank.
Okay.
Stephanie does work out of Will Frank's office. She's
Okay.
our planning board attorney.
Okay.
And then we have our zoning board attorney, Elizabeth Cassidy.
Okay.
I think eventually would have to go there, but, you know, we're looking at 1940.
I get it, and you know what?
You and I were not born. We were twinkles in somebody's eyes.
I don't think we were twinkles. However, it is a development, it's got the maps, it has all the references. We just need someone to just take the logical steps so that we can move that line just like it is on the other side of the street. And they don't have a problem on the side of the street because the street goes this way, but the right-of-way goes this way. And someone fell asleep at the wheel when they put it together. And all we need to do is have, you know, the basic attorney language, and what we've done a million times with green areas, you know, village green areas, giving them over to private residents, is we go through the painstaking of doing what we do, and then you guys come up with a resolution with the language.
The village can't give property away.
You're not giving it away, you have a right of way. The
No,
problem
no,
is.
but you said the village could give the green areas to the residents.
Yeah,
I was
we've done
asked
that.
that question.
We've done that.
Yeah, but it's illegal.
It was wrong. We've
It's
found
wrong.
out
We're not allowed to do that.
from our attorney.
You know, and I had a resident come in who was maintaining the property for 16 years,
Right.
okay? And my answer to that person was, I've been going into McDonald's for 40 years. and I still have to pay for a hamburger. We can't give property away. It's not legal, okay?
All right, so maybe there's been a change in the law, but
That I
when
don't know.
Jacobitz and Gubitz was doing it, we went through the process just like you were doing with Scott down the street. It was the same process. It happened with Wayne, it happened with a number of different families all over the place. But to my point,
But you
we're
and I
not
both,
taking,
you and I both know, and everyone in this room knows, that things were done years ago on a handshake and a wink,
way, way back when,
okay?
but not during my tenure, I'll tell you that right
It
now.
can't be anymore, so.
Well, again, if laws change, and I'm
Well, I
not
know
asking
the laws
anybody to break the
changed, the laws
law.
are just being enforced.
All I'm asking for is for the property line, for the right-of-way be moved in, so it's over the road. That's it. End of story. Because the deed says to the center of the road. If the deed says to the center of the road, it's to the center of the road. But somebody put a meets and bound mark following the right-of-way, which they shouldn't have done. That is what's wrong. Because we can go up on Decker, and I could take it to a house, 2 houses, where there's an easement that run, and there's easements all over that place, that run into village green areas. So if there was access needed, you guys could get there. But the property line is not twisted, it's not bent, it's perpendicular, and it's the property line. You have a 25-foot easement over that property line. This, for some reason, became a debacle. And I'm asking for the debacle to be straightened out, whatever needs to be done. So if we can talk to the ZBA person, it's just a matter of doing our homework and getting what we need done. I've done the surveys, the meets and bounds are there. You know, we just need cooperation on the other side of the fence, meaning you guys and the people that are working for you to step out and do it.
John has all this information?
Yes, 3 or 4 times.
I will see him tomorrow, and we can forward it on to Elizabeth. I think eventually it would have to go to the ZBA anyway.
Whatever steps need to be done.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't know, but whatever it
I don't
needs
think it's
to
a
be.
planning board issue.
And no, it would be planning. But at the end of the day, and I even told John, if she wants to talk, I'd be happy to, discuss it with her and explain what we have, so when she's looking at a map, she understands it, if she doesn't understand. I'm assuming she would. But if she wanted a meeting, meet here, get on the phone, I'd be happy to do that, just to keep this thing
No,
moving.
she's good.
Yeah, I've been at meetings, and yeah, I agree. Whatever you can do, I'd appreciate it.
Okay.
That's it, I'm done.
Do you have any questions? No. You sure?
Better not.
Okay, we're going to go into executive session over personnel. So we want to adjourn the meeting. I want to wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, healthy one. Hopefully we get through all of this stuff that's being thrown at us. We don't have our health, we don't have anything.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, guys.
So, motion to adjourn?
Yes.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Good.